Hi everyone, this is Asim from GiveAsia and this is Meet the Giver series. I'm delighted to have Sheng and Sheila here with me today to talk about their campaign RAYDY GIVES. Sheng and Sheila, welcome to the series. Can I first
Hi everyone.
Hi. Can I first have you guys share a little bit about your personal journey in terms of how did you come up with this campaign and what inspired you to start?
Okay, so for this Raydy Gives, actually it started when circuit breaker actually kicked in. So actually our store was forced to close, and so we just went home and then we were thinking, what should we do? And then like we got really bored for the first 2 days, and then that's when on the third day we actually came together and we were like, we should do something. Yeah.
And we just did it.
Yeah, so we started planning for everything. We looked out for organizations that needed our help. So we even considered actually at the start migrant workers, and then but the issue is that our food isn't exactly halal. Like we use halal ingredients, but we're not certified halal. So we went to look for different organizations that didn't require the halal certifications. So we found Food Bank, and we actually supply them the non-halal food. Yeah, and then we started to grow from there. Yeah.
How long has it been since you started the campaign on GiveAsia, and what has been your response in terms of how the people have responded to your appeal?
Okay. So for that, we actually started with an initial goal of feeding about 300 packets every day. That required us about like $10,000. So we started a Give.Asia campaign asking for $10,000. So I posted it in several Facebook groups, and then we gained quite some traction, getting out about like $6,000–7,000 within our first 3 days. And then the next thing I knew was that Channel News Asia actually reported on us. So before they actually released their article, I actually went to talk to the team. I was like, why not we just make this a little bigger? And then Sheila actually suggested that we actually feed more people, have more charities that we work with, and then of course also serve more meals lah. So that's when we started phase 2. So we planned out the whole phase 2 as to feeding like 2 times more people and twice the duration, because the circuit breaker was actually extended by a good month, right? Yeah. So we extended, so we had to extend our operations too, because our whole project was to help these people involved in this circuit breaker period. Yeah. So we asked for $40,000, and I think in a few days time, in a few days, CNA actually published an article, and in our first day we actually raised $98,000. Yeah, that was quite crazy. Yeah, so that's when phase 3 started, because we had so much money and we had to think about what we're going to do with this money. So maybe Sheila can share about like what we actually did and our planning.
So after we got so much money, right, we decided to expand our kitchen and our coverage. So we looked out and we asked for people for donations for cooking space. And now at the moment we have 4 kitchens located in the north, south, east, and west, which means we cover majority of Singapore, and that we also can provide up to 2,000 meals a day. Yeah, so that's where we are at right now.
So each kitchen produces about 500 packets every morning. So cooking starts at about like 3 a.m. in the morning, and then we subsequently start. Our packers actually come in at about like 6 a.m. and then they pack till about like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Or for some kitchens, they start packing at like 5 a.m. and then they get the food out before breakfast, so that our charity organizations can actually hand them out. Yeah. So on top of that, we also have committed into 2 different things. So one of it is actually masks, and one of it is actually providing jobs for those people affected by the situation. So let me explain to you like what we did for the mask. So we actually seek for donation in terms of masks. So many companies, like corporate companies and businesses, actually came up to us and said, hey, we have like 30 boxes of masks, and then hey, we have like 50 boxes of masks. So eventually we actually, to date, we have about 30,000 masks that were actually donated. And so these masks are actually going to come with every meal box that we provide, because we do believe that these people, these vulnerable people that were actually really affected by this situation, are probably having difficulties getting masks outside, because with the current increase in global demand for masks and price surge, right? We understand that like these people might end up using masks, and then might end up using like cheaper quality masks, maybe like one-ply mask. So we decided to give these people masks in every meal box, so that if they need to do essential services or do certain things that requires them to go out, so then they can wear our mask. And then the second point is the chefs. So maybe Sheila will share more about it.
So because circuit breakers measures were implemented, many people were put on low pay leave or even no pay leave, which means they don't have the allowance for during this period of time. So what we did was we sourced out and told them, hey, we need people to help us. So we hired them, mostly chefs, and they will come down and help us cook the food, and we will give them some allowance so that they can last through this circuit breaker period.
So to be clear, these people are actually everyone that we hired so far actually were either on no pay leave or actually lost their jobs as a chef. So because you understand that in the F&B industry, those working in catering, those working in like school canteens especially, they actually completely lose like their source of income, because no one is visiting schools, no one is going to schools, even teachers, students, cleaners, they're all not going to school. So they have no one to serve food to, so they effectively have no source of income. We have people in catering, because catering normally supplies to like corporate companies, and at this point in time, even gatherings at home are not allowed. So catering companies have really lost their source of income. So many chefs were actually retrenched or like even put on no pay leave. So that's when we thought, since we actually need chefs, why not we hire them? So I wouldn't say that we pay them a lot, but it's just a token to really help them out through this period. Yeah.
That's great. So that means that it's not just about providing food, but it's also about providing masks, and it's also about providing employment opportunities to people.
Definitely, it's more than just food. Yeah.
Yeah. When you started, did you see this campaign taking the shape and form that it has taken now?
Actually, when we first started, we actually wanted it to be something really, really big. Like we didn't expect to do we didn't really want to do something really small or anything. We wanted something big where it was impactful and people could actually feel it, which is why we also reached out to many people. Like in one of the group, we have 250,000 people called the Singapore Hawker and Taobao group. So in that group, like I tried to reach out to as many people, asking for volunteers, asking for people to donate money so they can get all this food. And then for ourselves, we committed all our time. Like this whole holidays, every single morning we're up at 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. heading to our kitchen. After finishing one kitchen, we head to another kitchen. And like, because we have 4 kitchens, so we have to manage everything, right? And we're trying our best to upscale our operations so that we can cover as many people as possible. And because at this time, right, it's a crisis. There's a lot of people out there that really needs help. And for us, right, like where we are actually like better off right now, where we don't really have to worry too much about anything, especially as students, we thought this was the best time for us to do something good and give back to the community. Yeah.
That's great. And I've seen amazing comments from people in the community. There are a lot of people who have stepped forward and they have left comments on your page. I'm just going to read some of them. It's like people saying, in these difficult times, I would like to do my small part in paying forward. Please do donate whatever you can to feed those who are less fortunate than us. How are you taking care of the distribution of the food that you're making in these kitchens?
Okay, so we actually cover more than I would say 5 charities and actually individuals as well. So we actually have individuals that actually reached out to us, and we have a pool of volunteers that actually messaged us and through any one of us, like saying, hi, I would like to volunteer. Is there any opportunity that I can volunteer? So this includes food packing, delivery of food packets. So these delivery people will actually help deliver these individual packets from our kitchen to the houses of individuals that actually have reached out to us. So the people that reached out to us saying like they are in a family where they've completely lost their source of income, they really need food and this and that. So we actually do our best to actually reach out to all the volunteers and saying, hey, can someone do the delivery from this time to this time every day? And you will be surprised. Like, we have more than 200 volunteers that are in this group, and then these are like ad hoc jobs. So, but they're doing this for free. So, like, they are more than willing to actually give out. So we do individuals. We also do the charities, mainly Food Bank, Willing Hearts, Loving Hearts. We have People's Association. So there's many charities we're actually working with. And actually, starting next Monday, we're actually working with another 2 more, which we will update soon. Yeah.
What is your message to the donors, people who have supported you? What would you like to say to them, and how did you feel when you see the donations coming in on your Give Asia page?
Well, we were, first of all, I think we were pretty shocked. We were like, wow, like, even up to a point where you have someone that donated $10,000 anonymously. So it's like, and if you actually see the top donors, right, like top 20 donors that donated like a good 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, all these people, right? Yeah, they did it anonymously. They didn't do this for the recognition. They didn't do it so that their name can be on top and saying, wow, John donated how much. We were really, really amazed at like how people would do this anonymously. No one's doing this for recognition, and it's amazing how people can like come out and go out their way to text us and say, hey Ray, good job. Like we need more people like you, or like, thank you so much for doing this. So they're going out of their way and then trying to tell me thank you, good job. And these messages, right, when I relay down them to the team, right, they are very heartened by this and they feel more motivated to do more. Yeah, and we are really, really thankful for all these donations, because this can really go a long way beyond COVID-19.
Yeah. Are there any messages that come to your mind which touch your heart?
Messages that touch my heart.
I think the one that I remember the clearest is that there was one very busy morning and someone just gave a call to Ray just to thank us and tell us how great things are and everything. And we just spent 20 minutes on the phone call with this stranger that we barely even know, and he was just telling us how great this thing is, and we're like, oh my gosh, people are really going out of the way just to call us and tell us all this. And
in fact, we actually have people that ate our meals and come and contact us and say, hey, your beehoon is really nice, and like, wow, thank you so much for this. Like, every day I'm looking forward to this, and we're like, wow, no, don't say that. I mean, our beehoon is just economical beehoon. How good can you get, right? Yeah. So they are very thankful, and we are elated by this.
How has this whole experience changed you and your team? How has it changed you? And what would you?
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's crazy. As a team, we became like 10 times more bonded. Every morning we wake up at 3:30 a.m. and we just like, okay, the day starts, and then we just start calling everyone like, is everyone awake? And then like, okay, everyone's awake. So, and then we head down and we meet at different places. So we often split to different locations. So like, maybe someday Sheila will take the east, I'll take the west, Zach will take the north, and so we split up. And at the end of the day, we come back together and we say, okay, we come back and have like action review and say like, okay, what went wrong today? Like, what could have been done better? And then once we go home, the work doesn't stop. We go out and look for more charities. We start procuring goods for everything. And because of all this, right, we have learned so much about each other. Like so much. Yeah. I mean, words can't really express how much I've learned from this. And I mean, personally, I've learned how to manage things a lot better. So, because you're handling with like 200 volunteers that saying, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then you have to worry about like, do you have food hygiene cert? Are you safe to drive and this and that? Like, can you deliver on time? Are you responsible? So there's so many things to worry about. And then for me, it's a lot about like allocating responsibilities to my team members and trusting them a lot. And I think for them, it's like completely new experience that.
Yeah, for us, it's a really crazy experience. We learned so much. We are quite thankful that we get to meet so many people that gave us so many hacks on like how to cook in big batches.
Yeah.
All these were problems that we faced before COVID-19 happened, and we are very thankful that they are willing to lend this information, to give us this information for free just to help us out. And like, we are thankful to make all these connections that will eventually be very helpful in the future. The experience has really been crazy. We went from running a store to like managing people to liaising with
almost a catering company, I guess you can say that. We were cooking like in a kitchen 500 packets every morning, like 3-4 hours. That's quite crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, prior to this, we were just a very simple canteen store, just selling supper, and now
Serving one packet at a time in school, and then now it becomes serving 500. Wow, that's quite crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and what was your experience like, Ray, using Give Asia? What are some of the ways you think Give Asia can be improved, and what are the things you like about the platform?
I think Give Asia is a really good platform in the sense where you guys don't actually like take a cut in how much we raise. You give us options on how we can boost marketing and all this. I mean, even though I didn't really opt for that, but I think that like your intentions are clear. Like because you guys are banking on pure donations from people to run your website. Like I really do believe that Give Asia is a really good platform for us to raise money, and I really like the fact that you can actually update your supporters and donors through email and through the update section. You can even do like proper formatting on your posts, and of course the endorsement, the different features in Give Asia has been pretty incredible. And like I've reached out to a good 30-40 people on Give Asia that have actually reached out to me and saying like, hey, I can help this way, and then I actually got into contact with them. In fact, one of them actually donated about 30 boxes of masks. That's what, 1,500?
Yeah.
1,500 masks through Give Asia. So I thought it was a pretty good platform to connect with our donors. And I think from the response I'm getting from the people, like the updating of the whole campaign is what they really like about this. Yeah.
And also, you've got hundreds, maybe like thousands of comments of why people give, right? So why I gave section has so many comments where people are, giving a lot of encouragement. Have you had time to actually read through those comments?
Not really. I don't really have time. Like right now, you see, we'll actually just finished we just finished delivery of one of our locations, because we're not just serving breakfast now. We're also doing lunch and then dinner also starting next Monday. Next Monday, next Monday we're starting dinner. So things are going quite crazy. Everything's really hectic. I don't have time to reply my messages, my emails and everything. So I think even for you, like reaching out to me was like, wow, so troublesome, because like I reply really slowly because there's so many things right now. But actually trying to allocate responsibilities to like different members of my team, and in fact more people are actually reaching out to help us. Yeah, and I think things are getting a lot smoother, and we're doing pretty good.
Great. Okay, one more question is, for people who are thinking about starting their own campaigns on Give Asia, what would be your advice, or what would be your encouragement to them?
What will you give them? What advice will you give them?
I would say just state your pure intentions, and people really have the heart to reach out and help you. Don't be afraid to just put it out there, because the amount of support you get from the public, you will be amazed. You'll be as shocked as us. Like, I really didn't expect our response to be so overwhelming. And oh my god, it blows my mind every day when I wake up and I'm like, oh gosh, there's like 1,000 over people that really reached out to help us. So just go there. If your intentions are pure to help people, people will help you back as well.
And I think one more thing is that like be clear of what you're doing, know what you're doing, and have everything planned out. And very importantly, update everyone on what's going on. So like for us, every day we take statistics of how many things we have done, and like we try to update everyone through different channels, not just on Give Asia. Like this shouldn't just be on the platform, but actually for the entire project. You should know what you're doing, and try your best to go beyond what you promised, and people will actually be impressed. Because if I feel that if I'm a donor and I put money in this, and this money goes beyond what I expect this money to go, where this money is going, so I'll be really, really amazed, and I'll be really thankful. So that's what we are trying to deliver to. So we are going beyond just food. We're doing masks. We're also doing like hiring people to provide them jobs, like at least to our extent on like what we can do to help. And we do feel that this is why a lot of people are actually here to support us, and we're thankful that this worked out pretty well.
And the final question: what is your hope for Singapore? What is your hope for your business post COVID-19? What is your message of hope for yourself, for your business, for the community?
Okay, so after going through all this, right, we have actually gained a lot of contact with a lot of charity organizations. So trust us, this will not stop at COVID-19. We are continuing this beyond COVID-19, and we're actually in planning like in the future, like what we're going to do and how can we still do more than just what we did today and in this period. So we are planning for this. So post-COVID, we're going to have a lot more plans, and do stay tuned in our project. We'll definitely update more. Yeah.
That's great. Thanks, Ray. Thanks, Sheila. I'm a really big fan of what you guys are doing. It's great to see you have started a new movement and you have given an avenue for people to be part of this movement that you have started. So Give Asia will continue to work with you, support you in your future endeavors to make a better society. And thanks again, and wish you guys all the best, with all your efforts.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. Do take care.
You too.